Hey, what's cracking, everybody? Today we're going to look at a new builder that I put together, and this is going to be a live ISO builder. So you don't actually have to install it, so you could build a Respin of your own. So I got it here on the virtual machine, so let's go ahead and set it up. And this is Arch Linux. I'm going to name it Live. And the one caveat here is that you have to use, well, I tried 12 gigabytes of memory. It did not work. Then I tried 16 gigabytes of memory and it did work. So for this video, I'm going to try 14 gigabytes of memory and see if that works. And then the drive, I'll just give it just be a 30 gigabyte drive, and I'll go ahead and create this. One thing to note here is that I use known boxes, and you'll see more about that later once everything's once the ISO is completed, because I have software in my ISOs for known boxes that allows me to just copy the ISO and transfer it over to my system with no problem. So if you use it in a virtual machine or VMware or whatever, you would have to figure that out yourself. Me, I use known boxes, and that's how I'm doing it. So just think about that before you do it. You're going to create it, and then you're going to be like, well, how am I going to transfer it over to my system now? It's because you have to have known boxes for it to work. But like I said, if you can figure it out in a virtual machine, a virtual box, VMware or whatever, then hey, have at it. All right. So right here, when the installer pops up, there's another button here that says build a custom Respin. And that's the button that we're going to click on. And basically it's going to be the same builder that's on all of my systems. There's nothing changed with the builder at all. It's the same builder, all the same functions, all the same buttons, all the same entries. Everything's the same. It's just that, like I said, we're doing it from a live environment, not from an installed environment. So we'll just wait for it to click on, and there it is right there. Like I said, it's the same builder. Nothing's changed here. So I'll just go ahead and click on continue, and on the first options, set our theming. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Let's see. I'll just use the deep and dark. Just going in blind right here, not really trying to choose nothing. I'll use the bloom dark icons, click on apply, close that. Now let's quickly set up a wallpaper so we can run through this as quick as possible. Okay, happy with that. Click on it. All right, close it. Click on OK. And I'm just going to call everything test. Just going to run through it real fast. All right, now we're at the point where we want to open up some images. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to skip that. For those of you that have seen this video for the first time, I have plenty of videos in detail on how to do this, so you can watch those videos and see me edit the images and all that. But like I said, it's simple. I'll just click on done, and then the next button is build your ISO, and this will go through and build your ISO. So at this point, you can just go ahead and grab yourself a cup of coffee. 5-10 minutes later, and this ISO should be ready for you. All right. So at this point, I'll go ahead and I'll pause the video, and when we come back, we should be ready to take a look at our created Respin from the live environment. Okay, we're back, and the ISO is completed successfully. So 14 gigabytes of RAM does work. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to transfer it over. Well, the way I'm going to do it in known boxes. Like I said, I have the software already on here. So I'm going to go up here, got these 3 dots, go to preferences, devices and shares. And right here, I'm going to add it to my downloads folder. Click on save, close this, and then I'm going to open the output folder. And there's our ISO right there. It's named test. I'm going to copy it, go to network, Spice client, go to my downloads folder, and just paste it there. All right, and it is that simple. All right, so I'm done with this part right here. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down. And I'm just going to do it on the same virtual machine. I'll just shut this down. All right, so on the live virtual machine, I'm just going to change the settings on it because I don't need 14 gigabytes on there. So let me go back to the resources. I'll just give it 4. And I'll leave the drive alone. CPUs, I don't need all that. And I'm good with that. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. I got to load the ISO. So I'll remove that one. And I'll load the test ISO. So now I got the test ISO on there. You can close this. Click on this. Click on escape. That way it'll load up the test. You can see right here where it says test. Click on enter. Make this full screen again. And our build ISO is now loaded up. And you can see the wallpaper we chose, the name we called it. It was just test. And then the installer comes up again. So now you can install your ISO. And right here, you don't have the builder link because this is the ISO you created. Okay, just click on begin installation, go through it. I'll just run through it real quick. Right here in the installer says welcome to the test installer. So right here, this will be replaced with whatever you chose to call your custom spin. And it also says right here, thank you for trying test. Click on proceed and you just go through the normal installation. All right. Click on enter again and let it do its thing. Again, this is going to take another 5-10 minutes for it to install into your actual system. So you would go make yourself another cup of coffee. But in this case, I'll pause the video and we'll go straight through it. Okay, the installer has completed. So we'll go ahead and reboot the system and take a look at our custom ISO. I mean, we pretty much saw it already in the live environment, but we'll just take a look at it actually installed. All right, and this is it right here. This is your custom installed system that was created from a live CD or a live ISO environment, not from an installation. And this is the welcome window you get. Same welcome window from any other LinuxHub installation. Like I said, if you edit the images, you would make this say whatever you want it to say. Same thing goes for the splash screen and the installer screen. All right. But like I said, if this is the first time you're seeing this video, I have plenty videos in detail to show you about customizing your Respin. Just go look at my videos and you'll be able to find out how to edit these images. It's not that hard. All right, you guys. So I just want to let you know that you can now create a Respin right from the live CD. And like I said, in this case, I am using GNOME boxes. The software, I have it already baked into the ISO for GNOME boxes so that I could transfer the ISO directly to my system with no problems. If you're using VirtualBox or VMware or some other type of virtualization, you have to figure out how you're going to transfer that ISO onto your system so you can use it. Okay, keep that in mind. It's very key. And also, like I said, in this case, I had to use 14 gigabytes of memory in order for it to work. Now, if you don't have 14 gigabytes, you only have 2 gigabytes, let's say, you could just install the ISO, and then from there you can create your custom Respin. So you don't have to have 14 gigabytes of memory, but that's only if you want to do it from a live environment. All right, you guys. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this video. If you're a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe, like if you like this video. If you didn't, just go ahead and hit that thumbs down. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for me on this one. And I'm out. Oh, you know what? Before I go, let's look at the system right here. Make it bigger. So you can see right here your OS. We named it test, so it's going to be named as test. Okay. And then your host name, we named everything test. So everything on here is going to be test. Yeah, it's pretty much, I just wanted to show you that real quick. And let's take a look real quick. Yeah, the icons transferred over, the wallpaper transferred over, the theme transferred over. So everything transferred. All right, you guys. And I'm out.